Hello and welcome to the video. In this video we will discuss Sherlock and valid strings from the HackerRank interview preparation kit. So if you are someone who is trying to solve all the problems from the HackerRank interview preparation kit, please do check other videos. So in this particular video we will be looking at Sherlock and valid string. So it is marked as a medium and for 35 score. So there are multiple ways in order to solve this particular problem. Like maps and hash map. However, we'll stick with the basics. So we'll basically use array and we'll solve this particular problem in O of n time. So let's start. And this particular problem is not any formalistic, or there is no easy way or like straight approach to get in order to solve this particular problem. We need to build our logic using test cases or the given examples. So let's start with the problem definition. It will be followed by explanation, and after that I'll write code. So if you are someone in a hurry, you can watch it at 2x or directly skip to the part. I'll be adding timestamps in the playlist or in the video. So let's start with the problem definition and the obvious question: what is a valid string? So Sherlock considers any string to be valid only if a character in a string appears same number of times. So that means a particular character, be it any A, B, C, that needs to be repeated same number of times as other characters are repeating. So that is basically frequency needs to be same. And second case is he also consider a string to be valid if we can remove one character from one string, one index from the string, and the remaining characters have the same frequency of other characters, and that will again ensure that we'll have the similar frequency or same frequency for each character, and thus it is a valid string. So let's start. So there is as I said, there is no fixed or concrete approach to solve this particular problem. We'll take the examples, and using those examples we'll build our logic. So let's start. So before start solving problem, let's build our observation deck where we'll point out the observation which we gained. So this will particularly help us to optimize our solution. Also it will be useful whenever we are writing code. Okay, so first let's take a basic example. Let's say A and A, B, B. So we know that this is a valid string. So we can, let's say, take another example as well. Let's take A, C, C. So in these two examples we know that one thing is, for frequency for A is 2, also frequency for B is 2. So that means frequency for each character is same, hence it is a valid string. Similarly for this, A is having frequency 2, B is having frequency 2, and C is having frequency 2. So that means whenever there is same frequency, a string is validated, or Sherlock consider it to be valid. So first observation would be, and this is no brainer I know, but still we'll jot it down. So frequency of each character needs to be same. So I'll simply write char frequency needs to be same. Okay, this is same due to space crunch. I write that like that. So how we can count frequencies is, we can simply declare an array. Let's say we get an array, and in the particular array we'll declare values from 0 to 26. We'll have the size 0 to 26, and then initialize all the values to 0. And whenever we are encountering any character, we'll basically subtract small a or 97, that is ASCII value of small a, and in that process we will get the values which are ranging from 0 to 25. So what we can basically do here is, let's say I write A, B, C for the simplification, because most of the example which I will be taking will consist these 4 letters only. So we know that for this particular example, A was having 2 frequency, B was having 2 frequency. Then we loop through array, we check all the non-zero values are same or not. If same, then we say that this is a valid string. Similarly for this 2, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0 remaining values, we check all the non-zero values, everyone having same value, that is 2. So that means it's a valid string. Okay, this is like plain observation. So let's move ahead with the second observation. Okay, let's look at these two examples, and we can learn so much from these two examples because they are similar yet they are different. Okay, so let's start with the first. So here we can see that frequency for A is 2, so we can simply write it 2 here. Frequency for B is again 2, so we can simply write it here, and frequency for C is 1. And in the problem we were given that we can modify one character or we can delete one occurrence, and in this case we can delete C. That will ensure that all the frequency for the characters, remaining characters, because 1 will be converted to 0, all the non-zero values will be 2, and hence this will be a valid string. Similarly for this, let me add here, it will be 2, 2 and 3. So if we delete one occurrence of C, that will ensure that this value will be 2 and all non-zero values will be 2. So how we can do this in a programming term? So what we can simply do is we can declare two values. Let's say one is max. So max value store the maximum frequency for any character. So in this case the maximum frequency was 2 and the minimum frequency for any character in the particular string will be calculated, and for this case it was 1 and that was for C. Similarly for this case the maximum value of frequency was 3, that was for C. So I'll write simply 3 here, and minimum frequency was 2. So we can see or conclude that whenever there is a difference between maximum frequency and minimum frequency, that is only 1, we can simply say that we are not 100% guaranteeing that is a valid string. However, we can make a valid string out of these case. So we'll note this particular case. So difference between max and min. So let me simply write it here. Also another benefit of using max min is when like in the previous question, whenever we were having AA and BB, the maximum value and minimum value for that particular string will be same. So we can say that if maximum and minimum value is same, that means each character having same frequency, and whenever there is a gap of or a difference of 1 only, then we'll check further condition by deducing one value if they matches or not. Okay, so this is the case. So again there is one terminology we can say. Let's go with common frequency or uncommon frequency, because these three terms only will help us to build a solution. So what is a common frequency? A frequency which occurs most number of times. So in this case, in this particular case, a common frequency would be 2 and uncommon frequency would be 1. Similarly for this case, a common frequency, because 2 is occurring multiple times, you can see, sorry, 2 times, and 3 is occurring only one number of times. So common frequency will be 2 here, and uncommon frequency will be one number of time. It is having value 3, but the number of frequency for which it is repeating is only one time. So there is another, what we can say, observation. So this will be, let me take a different. So this will be a difference between common and uncommon. So how we can find common and uncommon frequency is, we will calculate how many times maximum value occurred and how many times minimum value occurred, and whichever is having high value will be a common string, and whichever is having a low value will be an uncommon string. Difference between common and uncommon should be 1. Okay, these three conditions are necessary, that like enough in order to build the solution. So from here I will be writing code. So we'll check at these three conditions and we'll build a solution. Okay, let's start coding, and before coding we need to have basic or the important things which we need to look. So that is, what is the input constraints and how input is being taken. So if we can see, the string length varies from 1 to 10 to the power 5, and the basic input format is they will give us the string, we have to output if it's a valid or not. And as I explained, what we were doing is, first we'll take string as an input, then we'll map its frequency using an array, and we'll check maximum value and minimum value. If the maximum and minimum value is same, maximum minimum frequency is same, that means we are having same frequency throughout the array, and that means we are checking non-zero values. So that will ensure that we have a valid string. If not, we'll check if the difference between maximum, minimum and the common frequency and uncommon frequency. So let's start coding. So let me complete a basic template for this program. Okay, so the basic template is ready. So let's start coding. So first one would be the taking string. So first initialize string, and then take input of string, that will be a str. After that we'll take another variable, let's say int. So this will help us taking the length of string. So str dot length. Okay, after this we will transfer from 0 to string length, and we'll map our frequency to our array. So in order to do that, we need to have an array it will have a size 26 and all the values will be initialized to 0. So let me write mapping frequency. So this will be done using a for loop. So it will go from I is equal to 0 to I is less than that of len I plus plus. Here what we can simply do is we'll write array, and for each occurrence of stri we'll subtract a character a, or you can simply do a minus 97 and then typecast into int. However, this option is also available. So we will increment the value for each character. So by minusing minus a or 97 value, we will get a range of 97 to 122 into a 0 to 25 values. So, and this will be mapped into our array. After this, we need to find the maximum and minimum value. So for this, we need to have two variables first. So we'll declare max and mean. So maximum can be initialized to 0 and int min can be declared to maximum value possible. So I'll declare it randomly. So after this, we'll take another for loop. So let me add a comment here. So finding max and mean frequencies. Okay, so for it will be ranging from 0, it will be I is equal to 0 to that of I is equal to 26. It will check all the values from our created array or this array which hold all the frequency for the given string. So here we want to check if the value for max is less than that of str, or no, not str, array of I. So if maximum is less than that of this, we need to reinitialize value to maximum. So this will be array of I. Similarly, we want to check if the given value is minimum is greater than that of array of I. We need to initialize the value minimum it is the reverse. So we need to initialize value of array I to minimum if that is the case. So by doing this, we'll get the value maximum frequency occurred and minimum frequency occurred in our problem. After this, we want to do a simple check. If my maximum frequency is equal to minimum frequency, if this is the case is solved, because this will mean that everyone or everything is having what you can say similar frequency, and we missed a case here because we don't want a 0. We can simply write here where array of I is not equal to 0. So that will ensure that we'll get a minimum value which is a non-zero. After this, if this is the case, if maximum and minimum is same for the non-zero values, so this basically means it is a valid string and we will print cout yes. After this, we'll have a else loop where we'll check or we'll do the other operations. So let's start. Now we need to find common frequency and uncommon frequency, which we discussed. So how we can find this is we need to frequency how many times a maximum frequency occurred and how many times a minimum frequency occurred, and whichever has the maximum because it's confusing, I know. So whichever occurred maximum number of times will be a common frequency and vice versa for uncommon. So how we can do this is we will use for loop. We will transfer into our array. So this will be again I is equal to 0 to I is less than that of 26. We'll increment I and we'll check if the array ith value is equal to maximum value which we got. If this is the case, we want to increment our frequency. So let me take, if this is the case, I want to increment the frequency of maximum value frequency occurred. So I'll take a variable, let's say frec max plus plus. So before using that, I have to initialize it to 0. So this will be a frec max equal to 0. And I know I have missed it, so let me do that quickly. So I am initializing both the values to 0. Both will be of type int. Okay, and this will find common frequency and uncommon frequency. Okay, similarly, we'll check how many times a minimum value occurred. So we can simply use in this particular loop only. So if array of I value is equal to minimum value which you got, If this is the case, we want to increase frequency for minimum value occurred. Okay, by now we know how many times maximum value occurred and how many times minimum value occurred. After this, we will check if the difference between maximum and minimum value is same or 1 or more than 1, because there could be a case of which we discussed a b or 5 times a and single b. So there are two possible scenarios, so we'll discuss them as well. So by now what we have done is, so let me check mark. So we have done for character frequency, similar character frequency. So this was discussed basically here. So let me show you. So it was discussed here. So this point was done. Difference between max and mean, so we'll find out right now, and difference between common and uncommon. So let's find them. Let me hide this. So now we'll take a if, and there are two conditions. So difference between maximum and minimum could be 1 or it could be greater than 1, and when the difference is 0, we already checked the condition in above. So let's take if max minus min is equal to 1, or let's start with not equal to 1. So else condition will be followed with is equal to 1. So if this is the case, what we want to do is we'll check what is the minimum value which occurred and how many times the minimum value occurred. So what we can simply do is we'll take a, let's say if we'll check if the minimum is equal to 1 and the value or frequency for minimum is also 1 or not. So this is the case where we discuss AA, BB and single C. So this is the case we want to print yes. I think it's all capital. So, and if this is not the case, we would simply won't get the value. So we can simply write a else and we can see out no. Similarly, in the second case, we know that difference between maximum and minimum is 1 now, because it's else case for this if. So we now need to find if any one of them occurred only one number of times. So how we can do this is we'll take a, let's say else, and in else we'll check if the frequency minimum is equal to 1 or frequency max is equal to 1. So that means the uncommon frequency is occurred one number of times only. So we are basically checking this here. So if this is the case, we again want to print out yes, and if this is not the condition, we want to print out simply no. Okay, so I think a problem is done, and we know that for frequency in a character frequency, whenever there is 2 or more number of different frequency, we won't get the result. So what we can simply do is we'll take, let's say, a for loop. It will go from all the values I is equal to 0 to I is that is less than 26, I plus plus. So we'll check if there are 3 frequencies. If there are 3 frequencies, we will definitely will not get the solution. So what we can simply do is we'll check first if the frequency at I is a non-zero. If this is the case, we want to check if the frequency present at array of I is equal to max, or let's say is equal to minimum value. So that will ensure that we will only have 2 values. So if this is the case, what we can say, simply continue, because we don't want to do anything. So if the frequency present at array of I is not max or min, so that means there is a presence of third frequency. So in this case, what we'll simply do is we'll print out C out a no, not end null, okay, end L, and we can simply loop out of the break out of the code, because this is the case. So we can simply write a return 0. So I think this is sufficient. So let me check. So again, if you are someone who's trying to solve all problems from HackerRank interview preparation kit, do check other videos for simplification and lots of fun. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day. And I'm still assuming it passes all the test cases. Compilation error. Now Now is the time.